Welcome to MWR Life on Air. I'm your host, Tara Goodson. Our guests this week include Mike Gorham, the Outdoor Recreation Director, and Specialist Charles, the Fort Campbell Boss Vice President, and Specialist Pelletier, 4th Brigade Boss Representative. Don't go away. We'll be right back after the break.
Hi, Janine Samuels here to remind you that another exciting season of Operation Rising Star will soon begin at an Army garrison near you. All DoD service members and their family members over 18 are eligible to compete. So log on to oprisingstar.com and begin your journey on Operation Rising Star.
Welcome back. We featured several outdoor recreation programs this month, and today we are speaking with the director, Mike Gorham, about the parks around Post. Welcome to the show, Mike.
Good afternoon. How are you, Tara?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for being here today. Our parks around the installation, they're kind of our hidden gems because we have outside the fence parks and then we have inside the fence parks.
Correct. We have interior parks that are used for organizational days, family reunions, birthday parties, all different types of things. They all have playgrounds and pavilions and places that the families can go and enjoy themselves. We have Wilkes Park and Eagle Park, which are kind of on the north end, and then we have Cole Park, which is right across from the golf course, and Clarksville Base Park that are more toward the southern end of the cantonment area. Then we also have some that are outside the installation, outside the cantonment area. We have Creekside Pavilion and Fletcher's Fork Pavilion that are outside Gate 10 on 11th Airborne Division Road. And we also have Eagles Rest, which is inside Destiny Park in front of the campground. And that's one of the largest pavilions that we have in park areas, and it's used for a lot of large organizational days. It can handle 500 or 600 participants in an activity. And then Woholly Pavilion is our only indoor pavilion that we use, that we rent for, again, weddings, birthday parties, graduation celebrations, all different types of activities that take place in there.
Well, how would somebody go about making a reservation for the park, say if they wanted to use it for organizational day or even have a birthday party there?
The Outdoor Recreation main office is located at the corner of 11th Airborne Division and 101st Airborne Division roads. And that is where all of our park reservations and the schedules are kept for all of the interior parks and the outside parks. So they can go out there, contact them, they can give them all of the information. If there's a fee associated with the pavilion, like there is with Eagles Rest or Woholly Pavilion, then they can pay the fees there, and they can help them to coordinate everything that they need to know for an organizational day, depending on the number of people they're expecting to have and things of that nature.
Well, and that's a great idea because, particularly with org days, you don't want to show up at a park thinking there's nothing going on and then have, say, 600 people around, you know?
Right.
And if you don't know where all the other parks are at, it can kind of throw your day off.
Right. And they can give you a map that shows where all the other parks are located. If you do have something planned with a family outing or something like that, and it ends up that there's a big org day going on, you have some options of other places to go.
That's great to know. Now, one of my favorite parks to go to is Cole Park because it has some new equipment out there.
It does. We've actually got some new equipment that was installed at Cole Park and Wilkes Park both. We have accessible playgrounds at both of those parks, and they were funded through G9, so there's some outstanding facilities, and we spent almost $500,000 or right at $500,000 last year building those.
Well, when you mean accessible, it means that it's available for anybody to use no matter their ability level.
Yes, it's handicap accessible. It has transfer points and everything so that children who are restricted to a wheelchair for access can access those playgrounds.
And that's great to know because we do have that audience here.
Yes, we do. We have a lot of people that have restrictions on their mobility, and these playgrounds are designed so that they can go out and enjoy the outdoors as well.
That's nice for even soldiers and parents that have canes and,
yes,
and
it
that
is.
demographic
it
as well.
Is.
So that's interior parks. I'm really interested to hear a little bit more about Woholly Pavilion because that is a beautiful facility.
It is. It's a rock pavilion that's It has a fireplace in it. We do have a lot of different activities that take place there throughout the year. We've had weddings in there. A lot of people have receptions of all different types. Retirement ceremonies and things of that nature are frequently held there. There are two restrooms in there, inside. So, and there's a lot of space outside, so that if you want to expand your party and go out a little bit, make it a little bit larger, but it'll hold about 80 people. And it's a very nice facility.
It is nice. So one thing that is right around the corner is hunting season. And not only do we have the parks, but we have the campgrounds as well.
We do. We've got 2 separate campgrounds. We've got Eagles Rest Campground, which is at the top of the hill across from the riding stables. And there are 25 campsites in there. There's water and electricity and sewer available on all of the sites. There's a restroom, shower facility, and a laundry room at that campground. And then at the bottom of the hill, we have Fletcher's Fort Campground. It's close to the skeet range and Woolholly Pavilion. And we have 27 sites down there that, again, have electricity and water hookups. And then there's a restroom facility. And then they can use the laundry facility at the top of the hill. But there's not a separate laundry facility down there.
Well, and it's not that far apart where it's really that big of a difference.
They're not very far apart at all. And the Fletcher's Fort Campground is also where we have our cabins and cottages and everything, that if somebody wants something close to a camping experience but not quite, they are inside. We've got 4 rustic cabins, 4 cottages, and then we have 3 deluxe cabins that actually have restrooms inside them. They don't have to use the shared facility of the shower and restroom facility that the campground has.
Well, it sounds like no matter the campground or the park, that there's something available, whatever your need is.
We try to meet the needs of everyone that we can throughout our programs. So we have a lot of things that are available, and we do programs through our Adventure Programs office as well, that if you have an organizational day and you want some type of special activities or games or things like that, our staff can work with you to provide that.
So we spoke about interior parks and we spoke about exterior parks, but when we were talking about the interior parks, we didn't mention dog parks.
We do have 2 dog parks on the installation if someone wants to go out and get an opportunity for their dog to get some exercise and walk their dogs inside a contained area. There's a dog park. The South Dog Park is located on Bastogne Avenue, and the North Dog Park is located on Glider Road just inside Gate 7. Both of these have separate areas for smaller dogs and large dogs, so they're not mixed. And we have actually just purchased some shade structures that we're going to be putting up on the dog parks. Hopefully it'll make those a little more attractive during the summertime because they are a little bit open and they do get a lot of people that are interested in them, but it gets very hot out there. So we've gotten some shade structures that we're going to be installing on the dog parks to make them a little more attractive during the summer months.
Well, that's nice to know, because if you're out there with your dog, because you can't just drop your dog off and take off, you have to stay with your animal. Having that shade is important. It
is. And just giving everybody, the dogs and the people that are with them as well, an opportunity to cool off a little bit under the shade makes a big difference.
Thank you so much for coming and speaking to us about the outdoor recreation programs.
Thank you for the opportunity to come up, Tara.
We'll talk to you again soon.
Okay.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after the break.
Looking for a fun, competitive way to spend time with friends and meet new people? Fort Campbell MWR Paintball is the place for you. It's a fun and thrilling place to stay active and have an awesome time with your friends. They have everything you need to start paintballing off right, even if you've never paintballed before. They have 3 fields of various sizes, and you can play such games as speedball, capture the flag, deathmatch, and much, much more. It's an excellent place for birthday parties or any other special event. For more information, call 270-956-3118. Fort Campbell MWR, serving soldiers, families, retirees, and civilians.
Looking for a unique gift for that special someone? Fort Campbell's MWR Engraving Etc. can personalize awards, plaques, trophies, and specialty gifts to show your appreciation in a memorable way. They accept walk-in requests as well as orders via fax or email. Engraving Etc. is located inside the Gannett Arts and Crafts Center next to Wilson Theater. For more information and price quotes, please call 270-798-0171. Fort Campbell MWR, serving soldiers, families, retirees, and civilians.